Hello everyone, welcome to round 3 of this cube draft. We are playing the red-green balls to the walls aggro deck. We win the roll, and we will definitely play first. This is a hand that's it's hard to evaluate. The Nicatl is only going to be a 1-1, and then we have Briarhorn. We don't really have a ton of action. I think we have to mulligan this. This has no action either, but yeah, I have to mulligan this one as well. Alright, I will keep this. 1, because I don't want to go to 4, and 2, well, we actually have a play. None of our other hands really had, I guess you could say we had Nicatl for, Nicatl as a 1-1 as a play in that first hand, but I don't know, it just seems very sketchy. And like the previous hand, I needed to draw running lands in order to get anything. So our opponent's a blue-black-white control deck, very, very slow-paced deck, so hopefully we'll be able to out-aggro him here, despite our mulligan. He does have a lot of removal spells, though. Well, we'll play out Zozu. And then the plan is next turn, land, Firecat. Assuming everything. If we draw Forest, though, I'd much rather Bloodbraid Elf, of course. It's actually the first time I've ever played with Zozu. Oh, he gets O-ringed, which is fine. But I've been, reasonably happy with him. Gonna run out Firecat here. Get in for a ton. I think Blood Knight's gonna be pretty good here. Although I'm not sure how much black removal our opponent has. He does definitely have blue in his deck, though. Although it might be just a splash. Okay, he gets Tundra. Okay, so he's got blue. Well, yeah, I did see this card, and I was like, oh man, this is going to suck. But Blood Knight does deal with it very nicely. Still really hoping to draw a Forest here. Not a ton to be said so much for this game. We mult to 5. We might get there. He is at 10. We'll see. Okay, I'm pretty sure we lose the game. He's gaining life and killing our creatures. And Wall of Denial is very hard for us to get through without the Blood Knight. One way we can win this game is if we have Mimic Vat. Obviously not playing that, because just letting... I wonder if he would Vapors his own guy. Probably not, to gain the 8 life. Yeah, he's just gonna let it fizzle. Well, not fizzle, but let it do nothing. So, and the thing is, Goblin Guy's just terrible against Wall of Denial anyway. So, Abyssal Persecutor. Don't think we have really an out to deal with that either. Okay, well, we can Bloodbraid Elf. I guess we can get Collar and a Pinger. Or we can just burn him out. I'm not going to play Goblin Guide here because we might, our way to win this game is going to be to just deal him a bunch of damage really quickly before his board state gets too developed. And so him not knowing that we have a potential extra 2 points of damage here is we're going to need to keep that a surprise. So he'll probably attack here. Yeah. Okay, so we do have outs. He has used 2 spells that help him get rid of Persecutor, so he still probably has a couple in his deck, though. But something to be aware of, that he still does have to have an out to this. Opponent plays a morph. On the cattle is a 2/2, and yeah, I don't think there's much point playing the Goblin guy, just because if we can bait him into attacking with the morph, that's good. Oh, I think I actually saw the morph. I'm forgetting what it is, but I think we did see it. Edict. Oh, okay, well, I guess I could have played the Goblin guy there. But interesting to note, he's used, he didn't seem to think twice about edicting me, which makes me think he does have another out to Persecutor in his hand. What's this? Silent Spectre. Okay. So we're gonna have to pitch our 2 cards. I don't know what our outs are right now. Oh, our outs is for him not to have an out to Persecutor. But as for cards we can, yeah, since we didn't play that forest. Okay, well we'll actually no, we don't concede yet until he shows us the out. He's gonna learn about the Vengevine, which does kind of suck, but. Oh, see here, that's a misplay by him, because he really should attack me, force me to take it, so that he gets to see the extra card with information. But now that I see he has an out, I can just concede to him, no problem. And so he doesn't get to see the Vengevine. So, just Molten Rain could probably be pretty good. Molten Rain. Earthquake. Alright. Riverbow is really good. Blood Knight's really good. I think like some of these pingers might not be the best. Like if we want to cut one pinger, maybe cut the Fire Slinger. I would cut Spike Shot Order, but it has synergy with Rancor and Briarhorn, as well as the Collar, so I'll keep that in. And then I think I'll cut the Nactyl, the cattle. And we'll go like this. We will play first. Hopefully we don't mulligan to 5 this time, and I see no need to do so with this hand. Our opponent will keep as well. Always happy to draw a Bloodbraid Elf. I'm debating what my turn 3 play should be here. If he plays a non-basic, I'll be very tempted just to Molten Rain, but... Oh, that's good. As is, I think I'm gonna Zozu. Because I would actually like him to waste remove a spell on Zozu. Just because that taps him out means we can do all sorts of shenanigans. Yeah. So I'm fine with that, because now next turn we Bloodbraid Elf into, crazy stuff. Oh man, it's the worst Cascade. So we Earthquake for 0. Alright, that was the worst possible Cascade, which really sucks. I actually shouldn't have even cast it. That was a misplay on my part. So, yeah, because we might draw it late if the game goes that long. Abyssal Persecutor. Alright. We will obviously attack here. See if we can get some sick Briarhorn action going on here. I love Briarhorn, Mike. It's just a really, really good card. I have creatures that pump other creatures just because it's like combat tricks. The whole thing with combat tricks is that you often don't want to play them because you don't actually get any cards out of it. It's just unless you create a favorable combat scenario where Briarhorn actually lets you 2 for 1 a lot of the time. Diabolic Servitude. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Let's put it onto the battlefield. Exile it and return it to... Oh man, that's sick. That's unbelievably good. Holy crap. So he just keeps reanimating everything. Okay. That's actually insane. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to beat that. Return target... Wait. When the creature is put onto the battlefield, is put into a graveyard... Oh, exile the creature. Okay. There we go. Okay. I didn't realize that it would exile the creature. I wonder what he'll get here. He can get either Shriekmaw or Persecutor. Targeting Persecutor. Okay, that seems fine. I guess I'll attack with Briarhorn and then Flame Javelin the Persecutor. Yeah. Alright, so next turn, probably going to run out the Hell's Thunder. Morph. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to Molten Rain that Aqueduct and get some pretty good value. Unfortunately, he very well could make me discard, but I think that's... We'll have to pretend... If that is the Spectre. But that's really good value. We get rid of that Aqueduct, deal him some damage. I forget how much that Spectre costs to evoke, or to unmorph, sorry. Here, I'm just going to silent Spectre. Oh, it costs 5, okay. Path to Exile, yes. Okay, so our opponent Path to Riverboa, which kind of sucks, but whatever, it's going to happen. We do get our extra land. If it is the Spectre, he can't actually unmorph it this turn, which is obviously a very good thing. Because this means next turn we can play out our Firecat. Play out our Firecat, swing in. If he has a removal spell, well, he has the removal spell. Or a counter. Condescend, okay. We can play out the Caller, and then if this is indeed the Spectre, then we discard Hell's Thunder, and at least we get some value off the Unearth. And we'll F6. I'll pass the turn over to him. So he's probably just going to attack and unmorph it if it is indeed Spectre. Yeah. So we'll lose our Hell's Thunder, and then we can reanimate it next turn. If we draw land, we can reanimate and put the Collar on it. Ideally, we just rip like Cunning Sparkmage or something like that. That would be really good. Oh, that's also really good. Yeah, that's enough. All right, so that was one of the best draws we could have hit. But we do have lots of pingers in our deck. So our opponent really has to have a removal spell for this. One thing I know about our opponent is that he has very few win conditions, so having dealt with the Persecutor, oh yeah, he has that Servitude. But actually we don't care because no, he gets Shriekmaw. Yeah. Okay. So now we're drawing to Cunning Spark Mage. Yeah, he has very few win conditions. Like, I remember the last games I was watching of his, he lost almost exclusively because his opponent resolved the Maloku, and he had no win conditions and no way to deal with Maloku. And their games went to time and decking pretty much. So, but that Diabolic Servitude card seems insane. We'll drain him for 4. And we've probably lost this game. Yeah. There's no enchantment destruction in red, and we didn't pick up any in green. Catastrophe. Destroy all lands or all creatures. Okay, yeah. So we lose the game. We don't think there's anything we can do here. But we do have, we do have outs, I guess, which is why I have to keep playing this, but I don't mean in the bad way, like I have to keep playing this. It's just that you just feel kind of helpless when you're doing. Yeah, exactly. Or we got majorly land flooded, and then we got Armageddon. So this deck lost to Armageddon multiple times, which kind of sucks. But whatever. Those are the beats, I guess. It's F6. Because what we have to do is we in essence have to go. We have to get running lands and then a relevant spell. Or even if we just hit land Rift Bolt, that's fine. But then he servitudes back his Spectre and we lose anyway. So we have to hit running. We have to hit land, Spark Mage, and even then we probably lose. Yeah. Yeah, I think it. Yeah. Or you can switch the order of lands and Spark Mages. Although I guess in desperate times, if we had to, we could Fire Blast if we draw another mountain. Curd Ape does a whole lot of nothing. Although I guess we can put a collar on it and gain 1 life per turn. We might have to resort to that. Yeah, no, this card's sick. That's nice. Oh, well, there's Spark Mage, but we have to get in. Yeah, our out next turn is we have to draw a mountain, and then our opponent will Diabolic Servitude, bring the Spectre, and then we lose. I'm pretty sure we are drawing absolutely dead. GG's, sir. I'll just see my draw step. Yeah, haha. GG's. Well, that's it for today. We didn't do nearly as well as I thought we would. Our deck was pretty solid. We ran bad a little bit, getting Armageddon a bunch of times and mulling to 5, whatnot. Yeah, I'm not sure if that Earthquake boarding. I think it would have been fine if we just boarding in that Earthquake because it does hit stuff like Shriekmaw and Necrotal and the unmorphed Silent Spectre. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't good enough. And I guess I will end this by saying this is Zach Drachansky signing off for PowerNightPro.com, and I hope to bring you one of these again soon.